Drivers in F1 can earn millions of dollars a year competing in the top tier of motorsport, and with endorsements and other ventures raking in the cash on top of their salary, they are among some of the highest paid sports people in the world. Often the top performers on the racetrack have enjoyed the greatest financial success that comes from lucrative deals and mouth-watering endorsement deals with big brands. With Formula One enjoying enormous success, the drivers who provide the majority of the action on the circuits have reaped the financial gains from their exploits. Today, we'll be talking about the richest F1 drivers right now. Number 10. Carlos Sainz Jr. Carlos Sainz Jr. is the son of the rally driver Carlos Sainz. He made headlines when he ended McLaren's podium drought during the Brazilian Grand Prix in 2019. Carlos turned professional Formula One driver in 2015 and began his career with the team of Scuderia Toro Rosso. He finished in 15th place during his first season in F1. He joined and drove for the team for 3 years. With his years of competing in F1, he has a current net worth of $8 million. Number 9. Nico Hulkenberg. German professional racing driver Nico Hulkenberg drives for the Renault F1 team. He was born in August 1987 and was raised in Emmerich am Rhein, West Germany. The German professional racing driver currently has a net worth of $10 million. He won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in his first ever attempt in 2015. He also competed at the FIA World Endurance Championship season for Porsche that same year. Number 8. Valtteri Bottas. Finnish racing driver Valtteri Bottas was consistently tagged as Lewis Hamilton's wingman. When he arrived from the Williams Martini racing team for the 2017 season, he knew that he was going to be the secondary to the Mercedes star Lewis Hamilton. At the time, Lewis was coming off as the second placer after the back-to-back Formula One championships. Bottas played his role impressively, and while Hamilton won 4 straight season titles, Bottas always came off among the top 3. The Finnish racing driver currently has a net worth of $20 million. Number 7. Kevin Magnussen. Danish racing driver Kevin Jan Magnussen is the son of the 4-time Le Mans and Formula One driver Jan Magnussen. He came up through the McLaren Formula One team's Young Driver program and has driven for the Formula One World Championship in 2014. However, he decided to join the Renault team in 2016. He transferred once again after he decided to drive for Haas from 2017 until the 2020 season. He currently competes in Formula One for the Haas F1 team. He has rejoined the team after signing with Haas for a multi-year deal in 2022. He currently has a net worth of $24 million. Number 6. Sergio Perez. Mexican racing driver Sergio Michel Perez Mendoza races in Formula One for the Red Bull racing team. Sergio Perez, who is also known as Chico, has also driven for Sauber, Force India, McLaren and Racing Point before driving for Red Bull. He won his first ever Formula One Grand Prix at the Sakhir Grand Prix in 2020. He was a member of the Ferrari Driver Academy until 2012. He made his debut in Formula One driving for Sauber in 2011. He then took his first Formula One podium at the Malaysian Grand Prix with Sauber in 2012. With his years competing for Formula One, he was able to amass an impressive net worth of $30 million. Number 5. Lance Stroll. Canadian-Belgian racing driver Lance Stroll is the son of Canadian billionaire businessman Lawrence Stroll. He currently competes in Formula One as a representative of Canada. He has driven for Aston Martin since the year 2021 and previously drove for Racing Point and Williams. He won the Italian F4 in 2014, Toyota Racing Series in 2015 and FIA European Formula in 2016. He joined the Ferrari Driver Academy from 2010 until 2015. He achieved his first podium, finishing 3rd place at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in 2017. With his years of competing for Formula One, he was able to amass an impressive net worth of $50 million. Number 4. Daniel Ricciardo. Italian-Australian racing driver Daniel Ricciardo is currently competing in Formula One, driving for McLaren. He is currently representing Australia despite his Italian roots. He made his racing debut at the British Grand Prix 2011, driving for the HRT team, which is part of his deal with Red Bull Racing. He was test driving at the time under Red Bull's sister team Scuderia Toro Rosso. Ricciardo has impressively achieved 8 Grand Prix victories in Formula One. With his years of competing for Formula One, he was able to amass an impressive net worth of $50 million. Number 3. Max Verstappen. Belgian-Dutch racing driver Maximilian Verstappen is driving with the Red Bull racing team. He was born and raised in Belgium, but he decided to compete under the Dutch flag, claiming that he feels more Dutch than Belgian, and it was his Dutch father who taught him to race. He was a young talent and at an early age has won numerous racing championships. He became the youngest driver to compete in Formula One when he entered the Australian Grand Prix in 2015 while he was days away from turning 18. He was granted the Super License, which allows him to race for Formula One despite not being able to legally drive outside the racing area. With his years of competing for Formula One, he was able to amass an impressive net worth of $60 million. Number 2. Fernando Alonso. Spanish racing driver Fernando Alonso is currently competing for the Alpine team in Formula One. He has won the series World Drivers' Championship in 2 consecutive years, 2005 and 2006, while driving for Renault. He has also driven for Ferrari, Minardi and McLaren. He has won the 24 Hours of Le Mans for 2 consecutive years as well, 2018 and 2019. He is among the oldest drivers to compete, and while the young ones have so much potential, he has proven his skills after achieving so much success locally and internationally. With his years of competing for Formula One, he was able to amass an impressive net worth of $240 million. Number 1. Lewis Hamilton. British racing driver Lewis Hamilton is competing for Mercedes in Formula One. He previously had driven for McLaren for 5 years. He has a joint record for 7 World Drivers' Championship titles, which he tied with Michael Schumacher, and holds records for the most wins with 103 wins. He is the first and only black driver in the series. He set numerous records when he joined the series and does not plan on stopping anytime now, although he is set to join the entertainment industry soon. With his years of competing for Formula One, he was able to amass an impressive net worth of $285 million. So this brings us to the conclusion of today's video. Let us know how you like the video on the richest F1 drivers in the comments below. Till then, hope to see you in another video.